Welcome back to the Daily Mastermind. I'm George Wright III, here with your daily dose of inspiration, motivation, and education so you can continue to create your ultimate destiny. Thanks for being part of it today. I am excited to be able to talk with you about lifelong learning. As a reminder, we are on principle number 9 of 12 prosperity pillars. It's a 12-day series we're doing on these prosperity pillars. So principle number 9 says, I am committed to lifelong learning. I am committed to lifelong learning. Let's go ahead and start out with a quote by Napolean Hill, and it goes like this. What the mind of man can conceive and believe, it can achieve. What the mind of man can conceive and believe, it can achieve. By Napoleon Hill. And you really are powerful. I know you can achieve great things. So let's talk a little bit about lifelong learning. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're saying, George, I've already read and heard so many different times. I need to learn. I do read. I do grow. But I'm not just talking about reading. Stop and listen to me for a second. I'm talking about lifelong learning process as much as I am the act of learning. You see, the application of knowledge is as important as the act of learning. And when you're committed to lifelong learning, you're not just reading, listening to podcasts, watching videos, or going to live events. You're actually applying the knowledge. And let me explain what I mean by this. Follow me as I lead you through the equation for success, and I like to think of it as a process for creating your life. First of all, learning plus application of that knowledge equals experience, which is then going to lead you to your beliefs. Let me go through that again. Learning plus the application equals experience, which will lead you to beliefs, depending on if those are new experiences or just validating your current experiences. Remember, our goal is to create your ultimate destiny. So in order to do that, if you're not already living the life you want to live, and I would hope that you would always struggle and you would always grow, so you're always creating a better life. I mean, if you're doing that, then you must continue to expand and change your beliefs. That's key. So you must continue to learn so that you can create new experiences which will help you to expand your beliefs. Because your beliefs are either validated or they're expanded by the learning and the experiences that you have. So how you learn should be a key thing that you study. It should be something you think about. It shouldn't be automatic. You shouldn't just listen to audiobooks or read books. You should really dissect how it is, how effectively you learn, and the ways that you can learn most effectively. For example, maybe you're a reader. Maybe you listen to audios. Maybe you like to go to live events. But keep in mind, it's not about doing the process as much as how you internalize it as well. In other words, if you are just listening to audiobooks or podcasts while you're working out or driving and you're not learning and growing and studying and applying them, then you're just going through the motions. Don't just go through the motions. Be honest with yourself. Be specific with your intent. Don't do things just to do them. Do them, be present, be focused, and apply them. So learning is a process, right? And repetition will always create new perspectives for you. I'll give you an example. Have you ever read a book or seen a movie, or you've even listened to or watched a specific speaker over and over and over again? Tony Robbins is a great example of this. I've obviously marketed many events with him. I've attended events with him. And it seems like some of the messages he gives are over and over and over. But every single time, I learned something new. Now, why is that? Because sometimes you have a new perspective. You're in a different place in your life. You're looking for different answers. So your approach may determine exactly what kind of results you get. And so the process is repetition. Repetition will help you to be able to learn more and more. That's why books like Think and Grow Rich have stood the test of time, because, over decades, people have read the same message but learned over and over different things. So what are some keys that you can use in creating successful learning? Well, number one, and very importantly, you need to be open-minded and teachable. You have to be able to be someone who learns and not just go through the motions thinking, oh, I've already heard that, I've already read that, I've already tried that. You've got to be open-minded, and because your experiences and your beliefs change as you change. And so your experience may be totally different doing the exact same thing. I know with business, I've had a lot of people say, we've tried that once or twice before. And I've thought, well, that doesn't mean the situation is the same. So be open-minded and teachable. Also, remember that success and failure are learning experiences. I know a lot of people like to say failure is the greatest learning experience. I don't necessarily agree with that because I think success teaches me a lot as well. I learn what to do, not what not to do. Both are good learning things for you. Remember, it's not good or bad, success or failure. It just is. It's just a learning process. Another thing you can do is get a mentor. Get someone who has the experience and the belief so that you get that belief transference. And when you learn and grow, you're learning at the hands of someone who's done it. Right? So getting a mentor is a key thing you could do for learning. Also, surround yourself with other successful people. We talked about that in another one of our prosperity pillars. Surround yourself with positive, successful, hardworking individuals, and that will help you to learn. Maybe the last thing I would mention is daily rituals. Daily rituals are a key for you to be learning, because if you have daily rituals, whether it's working out, reading, meditating, whatever it is, those are going to put you through the activities and the habits that are going to create new learning and new application of that learning for you. And so that's something I would do, daily rituals. And listening to this podcast every day is a great daily ritual, because I will try to expand your mind, give you new ideas and strategies, and give you things that you can apply in your life that will help you to continue your commitment to lifelong learning. Now, I do believe it's true. You're either growing or you're dying. Whether it's physically, mentally, spiritually, etc. I really believe you're either growing or dying. And lifelong learning will help you to continue to grow. So that's my thought for today. I want you to really focus on lifelong learning as a process, creating new experiences and beliefs. And let me give you a strategy to be able to use in your life today along this concept. Many of you have read the book Think and Grow Rich. Many of you have read it many, many times, like myself. I'd like you to pull that book back out, and I'd like you to go through one chapter this week, and I'd like you to read it with a new perspective and find some things you can apply in your life. Now, if you happen to have downloaded the Daily Mastermind mobile app on iTunes or Android Marketplace, you'll probably already know that there is free ebooks and free audiobooks in there, and Think and Grow Rich is one of the free audiobooks and ebooks. I wanted you to have it readily accessible. So you can access it there, or you may have a copy of it, or you can go online and get a free PDF copy of it. Read Think and Grow Rich, read one of the chapters, find some things that you can apply in your life and that you can use to create new experiences, which will create new beliefs, which will help you to expand your day and expand your life. That's my thought for today. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I look forward to talking with you more tomorrow. Have a great day.